All right, so
Start us off.
what's been the best thing about Spider-Man, and what's been the worst thing about being Spider-Man?
I think one of the best things about Spider-Man was me and you guys.
Aww.
You know? And I can't really think of the worst thing. I think the worst thing about playing Spider-Man is the lack of toilet breaks I get. Because the suit is so tight,
Right.
and we all know how long it takes me to take it on and off,
Right.
that I don't get to go to the toilet all that often. So that's probably the worst thing. But the best thing is me and you guys. I'm next. Both the Spider-Man movies and Euphoria are in high school settings. What advice do you think Rue and MJ would give each other?
I don't know if Rue should be given any advice right now. I think maybe she should just chill, you know?
I think she could use some advice.
Maybe ask her in a few years, you
Right,
know?
nice.
She'll have great advice then. but I would say, I don't know. I don't know if they would give each other advice so much. It's just, I think they'd actually really get along.
I think they would really
And I think
get
they would
along.
be good for each other.
I think MJ would be excellent for Rue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it.
I think they'd be great friends.
Okay, Ned has done such a great job keeping Peter's secret. And you have done a great job keeping Spider-Man No Way Home a secret. So, are you naturally talented at secret keeping?
You know, honestly, I think that I don't want to lose my job. So I think if anything, I'm good
Nice.
at like not wanting to ruin my career. But
Fair enough.
but
Who's
no,
the
yeah.
best at keeping secrets on set? This is a multi-question
Oh,
question.
I think everyone's pretty good. And I think it's mostly because no one really knows what happens. So
If you don't know, you can't
Yeah, you
tell.
can't say anything. So everything's pretty secret.
And who's the worst?
Is that even a question?
Yeah.
Is it me?
You've been doing so well, though.
Yeah,
I've
this
tried my
whole time
best.
for this one has been really
I've
good.
really tried my best on this
For
one.
sure.
Close calls here and there, but
Yeah,
overall,
but really good.
That's why they've paired me
Well
with
done.
you two.
we don't trust him alone.
Yeah, it's tough.
Oh no, it's your turn. It's
All
your
right.
turn.
If you could meet another version of yourself that exists in the multiverse, who would that be, and what would you hope they would be like?
If I could meet myself, I would like to meet the version of myself that has just won the Ballon d'Or
Thomas
and
Tolland.
is the greatest football player to have ever lived. That is the version of myself I would like to meet. And I would then like to kill him and take
become
all of
him.
his power.
And become
And
him.
absorb him.
And absorb him.
Yeah, that's who I would like to meet. Who would you like to meet?
Oh, well, it's just a question for you.
No, it's just Tom and
Tom
Zendaya.
and
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I
Who
thought,
would you like to meet? What version of yourself?
I don't know. I would like to meet a version of myself that, maybe became a teacher like my parents.
Yeah. Okay. Which other MCU hero or villain could really use Ned Leeds as a best friend?
Ooh, I think that everyone kind of needs a Ned Leeds, and not to just want to be in everyone's movies, but I think that
Yeah.
I think that everyone sort of needs a
guy in
best
the
friend,
chair.
a guy in the chair for sure. I can't really say one specifically because I feel like they're all pretty much not damaged, but like they're all pretty much like in hard places.
What like non-MCU movie do you think Ned Leeds would fit in the best? I'd love to see Ned Leeds in like a Saw movie.
So yeah, that'd be really funny. Yeah, anything crazy horror or crazy
He'd be
dramatic.
so funny in a horror movie.
But yeah, so any of the heroes who would love to have him around for sure.
Nice.
Name your top 3 Spider-Man villains you've had to square off against, and who do you want to see him take on next?
Oh.
That's tricky. I think the Vulture's got to be in there because he's my first.
Yeah, that one was cool.
I think Jake's got to be in there because he's my
Jake.
love.
He's Jake.
And I think Willem, the fight scenes that we have with Willem in this
For sure.
film are
Terrifying.
so crazy and
For
so
sure.
scary that it really was awesome to like explore different kind of Spider-Man action.
Who do you want to see him take on next, though? Next film.
Do you know what? I actually think the Morbius film looks really cool. And it's quite scary, that film.
Yeah, it does look scary.
I think Morbius could be quite a cool thing to
Yeah,
do.
to mix that up.
Spider-Man versus a vampire. Yeah, like that.
All right.
Like that.
Whoa. What was the most heartwarming scene in all of the franchise for you?
The most heartwarming scene.
I know. We all know.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
Are you really thinking about this?
Well, no, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of a scene that I can talk about. You know, I can't. There's a scene in this film that is amazing between the three of us, which we can't talk about because it's a spoiler. But I think you in Avengers Endgame, when we see you in the
that's
hallway,
true.
That is really sweet.
it's a really
That's
special
true.
moment. It really grounds that film. I think it's a moment where people really. Sometimes with these big action films, you forget that they're supposed to exist in a realistic universe.
And they're
So
just
seeing
kids.
you at school and that it's affected kids really makes that film feel very grounded.
I would agree. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my turn. What was the funniest Spider-Man scene to shoot?
I can't say.
That is true.
The funniest day. What is one of your most favorite Spider-Man scenes in any other film or TV show?
My favorite Spider-Man moment. I feel bad like choosing one of my own.
Yeah, they said other.
They said other. So not yours.
So it can't be yours.
I really like Toby's fight scene with Doc Ock on the side of the building. I think that's really cool. There's a great moment where Doc Ock throws the hands of the clock down and he like webs it and then like flings it back at him. I think that's really cool. Go
Okay.
ahead.
What was the best action-packed scene in our Spider-Man trilogy?
Oh, I can't speak on that, can I?
Yeah, it's tough.
Previous movies, maybe?
Previous movies. I think in the second one we all sort of like had to run away from explosions and stuff, and so I guess anything from the second movie. And again, the third one is filled with so many things that we can't even speak on that it'll probably trump all those other things. But for sure, like all those other.
I also think like one of my favorite scenes is like they were talking about the other day, but the you guys in the car finding out that the vulture thing.
Oh yeah. That is
Oh yeah.
I love that scene.
Yeah.
I know that no action is happening, but it's like so.
It's like
tense.
potential action.
It's great.
Yeah, it's intense for sure.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, and when Laura's like, "Oh, look at this picture," you're like, "Yeah, it's so cute." It cracks me up every time.
Stress. Thanks, Fandango.
Yeah.
Thank you, Fandango.